So, good morning. There's I think a few on right now. Welcome from all over the world. Can you hear me? I've just uploaded the apps on to my laptop. Just wondering if this is okay. Can you hear me? Just a yes would be nice if you can hear me loud and clear. Obviously, we have music going on in the background. Brilliant. Welcome, everybody. Dry, dry throat today. So I'm drinking in a glass. It's called Bali, so it's still water. How you all doing? Welcome to Jimbaran. Still here. I got another 2 or 3 days here. I think two more nights here. So welcome to the Four Seasons. They're cooking behind me. Bless them. This heat. Today I wanted to talk about some. In fact, let's just break down a crystal at the moment. Can you see that? Anybody know what it is? When you touch it, it feels like it's sticky. Any clues? It's kind of a turquoise blue. The Shattuckite. It is. Shattuckite. It's absolutely beautiful, stunning. Hard to get hold of these days, but I managed to get hold of about 30 pieces. And I worked on them for about 30 hours and then sent them to Bali and had them mounted. Funnily enough, I'm back in Bali again, so it's returned to Bali now. Second time in Bali. These are the tea bar is kind of like my design. I love this design. It's simple and it shows off the crystal itself. So Shattuckite is a very interesting crystal. I worked with this crystal many times on clients and found it brought a lot of relief, a lot of healing in people's lives. Some of the main features of this crystal is a sense of freedom, breaking free, um, clearing the limitations from the mind. Fantastic for healers. If you're a healer, it's a great crystal to work with because it brings a lot of, I don't know, it feels like balance and definitely heighten awareness doing the job. So if you are a psychic or a medium, it brings a lot of connections from this physical to the consciousness. So if you believe in chakras, they heighten the three chakras. Well, at least the two that I know of, which is the one here and the one here. But it also is great for the throat as well. So maybe that's why I'm wearing it today and chose it, clearing the throat. So that's something to think about. It's a gorgeous crystal. Go to your local crystal store and try and get a piece. It is lovely. It really is. Anyway, the weather's lovely today. Almost. When I look back on this crystal, somebody asked me once, what would you call this crystal? And I said, I'd call it the crystal of miracles because I've seen a lot of miracles when people wear this crystal, the change in their life and things that happen that come into their life. It's a very, very powerful crystal that emits an energy which is a constant vibration that seems to help and bring nice people into your life. You feel better. You're not surrounded by people who are angry. I don't know. It's just got that great energy. So I guess the other two things is it strengthens your trust and your flow. So definitely try a piece. Definitely give a piece a try. But when you touch it, you think, oh, it feels a little bit sticky. It's just the way this crystal is. Okay. So, yeah. Um, if you've got deep trauma and you can't get rid of it, wear this crystal. If you've got negative thoughts, wear this crystal. So, how are you all doing today anyway? How is everybody? It is beautiful. It's very beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful crystal. Morning, everybody. So the weather here is beautiful. It's not too hot, so it's perfect. Working on the flower Bible right now. So when I finish talking to you, I'm going to then start on some more flowers. So any suggestions of flowers that you love, and I will work on them hopefully in the next week or so, starting from now. So it takes a little bit of attuning to the flower. I went and bought some flowers yesterday at a flower shop, and that was really good. That really helped me attune when I'm holding it and feeling it. So I'm trying to get as much connection to that flower as I possibly can. And it takes a lot of energy, but it's afterwards you feel so incredible. it's such a beautiful feeling afterwards when you've got that connection. A bit like if you're a psychic and you've given somebody a reading and they've just gone, oh my God, that really is a beautiful, that just, I feel so good after that. That's how it feels to me. And that's when I know I've done a good job. So if I'm channeling, if I feel like I'm not channeling 100%, I'll stop and switch my computer off and come back to it later. So I'm very, very, I don't know, rigid in that sense, where if it doesn't feel right at that moment, because maybe the mind is kicking in, I won't allow myself to continue. So I think it's a natural, beautiful flow that it should be. And you just know when you're hitting it. You just know when it's right. You just feel it and think, wow, that is so right for this flower. So I guess the overall purpose of the book is, if you can even flick through the book and whatever flower touches you that moment, you can read the message within that flower. Or if you've been given a flower, or if you go for a walk and you see a flower and it touches you, and oh my God, you know, there's so many reasons why the flower Bible may work really well on a lot of people. And generally, the general reading is very general to a degree. But then, if you want to go into great detail, you reference everything of that flower. So, if it's got leaves, if it's got no leaves, if it's got thorns, if it's got little insects in it, so you just look at the flower and see if the petals are vibrant, if they're half brown, if some are dead, if some aren't dead, how many petals they are, how many leaves are there. So I've tried to do an extensive kind of, I don't know, every single thing that I see on a flower, I've tried to write down why that flower and that leaf is the way it is. So yeah, that was actually the hardest part of the book. That took nearly a year. Yeah, nearly a year to get it all. And that's 20 years of working with flowers. So as a flower reader, it's like you pull out all the information that you've learned over those 20 years. And that's a phenomenal thing. I don't think many people can do that. And I never even thought about it, never even entered my head till 5 years ago. And I thought, what an amazing idea. And I was in London actually, and I approached Hay House about my book, and they basically told me they wanted to know how many followers I had, and then I realised that they don't care. And then I went to this stand, and it was a beautiful. They were from California, and it was a book company, and I said to them, I didn't try and promote my book. And I said, for some reason, I've got this idea, and it's about what I do, my work, and it's reading flowers. And I said, what about if I created a book that's called the Flower Bible, similar to the Crystal Bible, but in this, the reference would be everything that I've just told you. And then at the back, it would give maybe 100 or whatever, how many flowers, a general meaning to them flowers. And I always remember saying, when you get this book done, call us. Like, okay, that's a good, like, okay, they must be interested. It must be something good. And I left it at that, really. I was kind of deflated because I believed wholeheartedly that Hay House was a company that was, willing to look at people's books, no matter who it was. And then I realised they've just been hijacked, taken over, and they're a business, and that's all it is. And I understand that, completely get it, totally get it. So, yeah. That's my view today. I hope you like it. Do you like the view? Hello, California. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Obviously, this is a strange time. I would not normally do videos at this time, but because I'm in Bali, it's the perfect time for me. And it's nice to, come live on here with people that I've not been live with before. Hello from Vienna. Hi, everybody. You're all over the world. It's beautiful. Ireland's here. Welcome, Ireland. Welcome, everybody. There's quite a few people on at the moment, which is great. There's about 40, 50 people on, which is nice. Welcome. Hi from Devon, UK. So you must be up early, right? Getting smoke from... Oh, I'm sorry about the smoke. I'm sure they're going to use it on climate change. They're going to tell you all that it's climate change and that we have to lock ourselves in and never travel again. Don't believe anything that you're told on your mainstream media. There's always been fires. There's always been issues in the world. There's always been hot and cold in the world. Temperature changes all the time. It's not climate change. It's just another way of grabbing your attention with fear. And as soon as you believe that and think that the world's going to end, like that little young girl who hasn't a clue about anything, got paraded around, bless her, poor thing. I imagine she's going to end up with severe trauma when she's older and she realizes she was used as a pawn and that she has no experience at all in any form, shape or form of climate change, and parading her around, going to the Ukraine and shaking somebody's hand. Apparently that's what happened. I mean, poor girl. She will probably have a lot of mental issues when she's older, for sure. There's no doubt about it, and shame on her parents. But I guess that's the way it is. It's a sad old world. Hello from Norway. A friend of mine's in Norway at the moment. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome. 7:30 UK. That's morning, right? You're there in the morning. London. Welcome, London. Welcome, Paris. Welcome, Munich. Everybody talk about pop music. I'm only kidding. Copper is a good crystal to heal any kind of issues with the blood flow, and it helps. Yeah, as soon as your blood flow starts circulating. I actually put a video of a guy who must have been talking many years ago, and he was bang on, and he was talking about parasites, and if you have bad breath, that's a form of parasite invasion in your body. And if you get little spots here, all spots on your arm, that's another sign that you've got multiple parasites in your body. So yeah, drink plenty of ginger. If you want to do a more heavier parasite cleanse, mugwort is a good one, and wormwood is a good one. But just go nice and steady with it. David Avocado has unwanted pests capsules. They're okay as well. Not too strong, but they're okay. I've tried them. Not bad. But I like my teas. I just like my teas. I actually miss my teas, and I didn't bring them because I didn't want to get stopped here and get questioned because it might look like some kind of smoke, something you can smoke. So I didn't want to go through that shit. but I do miss my teas because I normally drink them three times a week, and makes a massive difference to your health and well-being. So yeah, one day people will understand that one of the major factors of illness and sickness and disease is parasites. Once you get that and once you work on yourself, you'll find that your life changes, your health changes, your perspective changes, depression disappears. Very, very, very few negative thoughts, because the parasites make you eat bad food. They make you, they do everything they can to get into your brain and make you eat what they want, because they are living in your body temple. So that means they're trying to create the toxic body temple they need. So the only way you can get rid of them is clear your body temple and change it, so that it ends up that these disgusting parasites, and you are the host of the parasites, have to leave. So they leave through your bum, out of your mouth. They leave through, geez, uh, it's like when you kill them and when they're dying, you can get huge headaches. You can get terrible stomach aches, and they can last for ages, and people just won't go back to it again. So they won't do the tea anymore. And I said, that's fine, don't. But then at least introduce ginger into your diet. At least introduce things that will kill the parasites slowly, and stop eating the wrong bad foods that feed them. Stop sugar. Give yourself a break from fish and meat, and start to eat foods that the parasites can't eat and don't want to eat, and then they start to die. Anyway, I've talked about this plenty of times over the years. I don't know how long I'm in Bali for. I got a one-way ticket, and that's it. Shall we sing it? One-way ticket to the moon. Oh, sorry, I'm not Elon Musk. Cheers, everybody. It's 6:26 in New Zealand. Welcome, New Zealand. Love New Zealand. Never been, but I love it. I was asked to go there to stay at a ranch with two beautiful souls who came to one of my retreats here in Bali, and they showed me the picture of the wild horses that they had. Yeah, he must have been a multi-millionaire. Beautiful guy, beautiful woman, but I don't know what it is. I'm not. I've always been one to never take somebody's offer up. This self-worth thing that's within you. But visiting somebody for like half a day or having a coffee with them, that's okay. But yeah, I don't like to impose on anybody, even though people say, "Oh, please." Nah, it's not something that I like to do. So, hi Mark, much love. Just got you on the live. Finally, I'm here in California. When I was in California a few years ago, I went to the store where the creatures go, where the MK Ultra go. So that's in. I stayed with a dear friend there, and it was called Laurel Canyon. So it's. I didn't know until Mark Devlin told me about Laurel Canyon and the MK Ultra folk there, which is so interesting. But yeah, I went to the store, and while I was there, this lovely man says, "Oh, you're Mark Bajerski from YouTube." I went, "Oh yeah," and so we had a photo together. That was so nice. It was such a lovely man. And then we went to my favorite cafe in all the world, and it's called Cafe Gratitude. Vermont, was it Vermont? Anyway, there's two or three places. Some of them are closed down now, and it's a vegan restaurant. And they come up to you and say, "Would you like the question of the day?" And all the food it's just, if you go to California, you've got to go there. You've got to go there. You've got to go. Okay, I tell people go there because it's beautiful. And I was lucky enough to meet one of the owners, one of the sons, the dad who owns the place, and one of the sons were there, and he was telling me about like what they do and how they help community, and all the food is all organically grown and just brilliant, just brilliant. We need more of those places. Come visit California. Yeah, I like Bali. I love Bali. So that's why I only got a one-way ticket, because I haven't been on holiday for years and years and years. So I like to say that I'm only leaving here when I finish my book. So then when I come back to the UK, I will, sorry, why did I say UK? Spain. When I come back to Spain, I've got surprises, which a few of you already know. I got permission to be the first person in the whole of Europe to sell Don Tolman's Golden Relief. I got it in my bag actually here. I take it everywhere with me. It's good for everything. So we've now got all the natural organic products for that. The secret ancient recipe. And the gold, the natural gold, came from Italy actually. So everything's ready. The safflower oil came yesterday. Yay! And I've got all the other oils now, and they're all food grade. So and they're going to be in the same bottles of my bottles. So now you're going to see 11 bottles instead of 10 bottles. And I'm sure I'll be doing some special offers in the near future. But at the beginning, the amount of money that I've paid to get this contract and to get the oils, it's going to be a while before I can do a special offer, because I need to at least generate some money back what I've put into it. Once that's done, then I'll start doing some special offers. But I don't want to cause any harm to Don Tolman, because they sell it, and I don't know if they do special offers. So I have to be a little bit careful now, because I've got other people to consider. I don't want to cause any disruption to anybody else. I am very much, and I will always relay back to Don and the team and say, is this okay? And if they say no, we'd rather you just keep it at that, then I honour that. No problem. I honour it, and I understand, because the products are freaking expensive. I mean, imagine the gold. Jesus Christ, the gold is it like gold dust. It comes in a bottle. It's not like the shitty gold dust which is bought from China. This is the real McCoy. This is, I have to ring them, right? And then they give me a price that day. That's why you know it's real gold. So all the other gold that we were trying for wasn't gold. It was a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. It's copper, and then they electrify it in some way to change its color so it looks gold, but it isn't gold. So I thought, oh my God, we're going to have to sell it without the gold leaf in it, because I can't trust anybody. And then we did research for weeks and months, and then eventually, boom, we found a company in Italy. So yeah, all good. I can't wait for you to. Yeah, so it's in the same size bottles, so we have to price it accordingly to exactly the price of Don Tolman's. So I don't know what that is. I haven't even looked. I can't remember how much Don Tolman oil is, so we'll figure it out. Any questions before I go? Lily? No, she's enjoying herself. She's on holiday at the moment. She's left Spain and gone on holiday. She's somewhere else. I don't want to say too much because it's private. My partner likes to be private, and she doesn't like, I totally understand it. I'm an open book. I couldn't give a shit what people think or where I am. I'm sure Lily is missing you. Yes, thank you. Your oils are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I always carry my oils with me everywhere I go. So if there's any issue at any given moment of how I'm feeling, like last night I had an stomach issue, because in Bali, if you have to be careful, even if the water is different, and what's inside the water is bacteria which might not fit with your bacteria. Therefore your body has to understand it and get to know it. So I had a dodgy stomach till like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I rubbed some oil on, and within minutes that pain eased, and like brilliant. So I used healing oil for that. But yeah, I don't know what that is. My thoughts on Incosme, I don't know, no idea. But I always say this, right? Your first intuition is normally the strongest. So yeah, you could be wrong, completely wrong. But as an individual, if I give you a crystal, say I give you a rose quartz, you might feel amazing with it. I give it to somebody else and they might feel terrible with it. So music is a frequency, same as a crystal is a frequency. So if that frequency doesn't fit with you, let it go. Let the frequency find you. You know, some people don't like my helping spirit into the light. A few people have said it's not really for me; it's too heavy. And I said, no problem. Don't use it. And then they say, I actually like your free music, which is on YouTube, and I like the flute one, and that's what I use every night to go to bed. That's what you should use. So don't fight against your own intuition. So somebody might give me something, and I'll say it doesn't feel right, and somebody else might give me, oh, that feels okay, that feels great, that feels amazing. Follow that instinct. Just because somebody tells you something doesn't mean it's going to fit in your world, and they should tell you that. They should be strong enough to say, look, forget the ego, right? Forget the ego, right? Teacher, forget your ego, throw it out of the window, and know that each soul vibrates at a different frequency. So what you share with somebody might not be relevant to them at that moment. So don't get upset about it. Just say, yeah, you're right. What do you feel? I feel this. Go with it. And that's the pure energy healing foundation. Our foundation is never push, never force. Go with what feels right. Here's some ideas. Give this a try. What do you think? Yeah, kind of okay. Well, what do you feel is missing? Well, I feel that I want to lift my hand up a little bit further. Try that then. How does that work? Oh, Mark, it works perfect. There you go. Now you're a pure energy healer. What does that mean? Pure. It means you're pure to your thought, to your intuition. You're following your guidance of your pure thought. That's pure energy. Energy is energy. It's all around us. So follow your pure energy, and then you'll become a healer. It's right simple, really. I don't do ego. I have no time for ego, and there's so much ego in the spiritual world. I really, it's been hijacked. And now corporations, do-gooders, truthers, um, podcasters, they really are jumping onto the spiritual path and using it, and really are abusing it. I shake my head sometimes and think, why do we have to go through this? And I realize that because the only way we can overcome what we're going through is to be able to see the bullshit, smell the bullshit. And yeah, there's no greater time for discernment at the moment. No greater time. So you alone can do that. So when you listen to people, listen to those that encourage you to listen to your own truth. Listen to those that say, don't follow me, follow you. Be the guru that you are. They're the people. And if you sit and listen to them, then they give you relevant information for you to dissect. So I'll let me look at that. I'll try that out. Like, yeah, that didn't work. That worked. So thanks for that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that bit of information. Good for you. Good for you. I have more respect for you who says to me that didn't work for me, Matt, but I tried this and this worked. And I'll look at it and say, oh, I'm going to give that a try. And I'll try it. See what I mean? We're all here. We're all teachers and pupils. And I believe we've been here many times. So sometimes in our subconscious, in our consciousness, has answers. Or sometimes we can pull out of the ether, the cosmos, this great universe filled with amazing information. And sometimes it just comes from nowhere. I'll give you a great example. I was, it was raining one day at school, and I was about 13 years old. My mum had just died at 12. And I used to like sports, love sports. And I remember we had to play underneath this. I can't remember what we called it, but it was huge. But it was underneath this huge giant roof. So the teacher said, "We're going to play cricket here," and all the lads were stood around, and somebody bowled a ball, and I was stood very close to where the batter was batting. So the ball got bowled, the guy whacked the ball, and I was looking over here, right? Not even at the ball, and my hand went and caught the ball. It was so fast that I turned with surprise, looked at the ball, and everybody started laughing. And I said, "Did I just catch that?" And even the teacher was killing himself. And I realized that sometimes we have an intuition that is beyond our sight and mind. And I realized that we've all got it. And sometimes it just happens. And yes, you can work on it. And yes, you can find that beautiful magic that's within you. But to do that, I find that you've got to clear your mind. You've got to clear it. And I realized, looking back at that given moment, I wasn't thinking of anything. I wasn't focused on anything. I was just in that alpha mode where you're in the car and you realize that you've just got to a place where, how did I just get here? And it's the safest place in the world. And I think if we can learn to be in that beautiful state more, then I think magic happens, miracles happen. Yeah. I've just finished working on 100 pieces of trios, and before I leave, I'll be going to my Bali silversmith family, and they are currently working on about 400 pieces of Moldavite with Herkimer diamond. It's been a very, very big I wouldn't say big, I'd say beautiful. It's been a very beautiful um, marriage between the two crystals. And we sold out. We sold out. People love that combination. So the trios are always number one seller. The next seller, the best seller, is Moldavite and Herkimer diamond. And then the next bestseller is Moldavite with Tektite. So they're the three best sellers on my website. We sell more of them in a year than any other crystal. And some people, swear blind to the trios that they'll never take them off. And some people swear blind to the Moldavite and Herkimer diamond, and some people swear blind to the Moldavite. Now, the reason why is because each one of us has a separate, unique energy of life and our frequency and what we do in life. So we might have a job, and our job entails a certain frequency. So, every crystal is beautiful. Every crystal is incredible. Is one more powerful than the other? No, each crystal is powerful to your spiritual path and what you go through day to day, your thoughts and feelings. Each crystal is unique to you because of what your traumas are and what you're clearing and unlearning. So I don't I did a video saying the top 3 crystals in the world, but I didn't, I don't kind of really believe in that per se. So if you ever watch that video, you'll find that number 1 crystal is you. It's pointing right at you. You're the most powerful crystal, and we must never forget that. But yeah, I do get excited sometimes. I mean, I remember a few years ago when I got Mount Shasta opal. It just freaked me out because I put it on and started meditating, and I started getting all of this amazing information. And I had it years ago, and it blew me away. It's just incredible. It's like Tissy, incredible crystals, and I get so excited. I make videos and say, "Look, guys, this is super amazing, super." And like people are getting frustrated because I sold out within a day, and nobody can get it. Even people who live on Mount Shasta can't even get it. Like, where'd you get it from? It's like I'm just lucky that I have amazing people that I've worked with for many years who find the most beautiful crystals in the world, rare crystals. So, yeah, I had a Moldavite that I had on my neck, and obviously I took it off when I went in the shower. I took it off when I went into the sea. But when we say we never take it off, we mean it's always the crystal that we wear. I wore a Moldavite once for 8 years, 8 years, one piece. But I had multiple pieces of Moldavite around my neck. If you ever came for a healing session with me, you look at me and say, "You're a freaking crystal tree." I used to wear tons of crystals because they were my tools. So when you were lying down having a healing session, I would close my eyes and grab the crystal that felt right. I didn't even need to look at them. And then I'd take one off my neck and put it on either on your third eye or part of your body or in your hand. And sometimes it'd just go around your neck. And then you'd walk out and you'd have a healing session for 120 euros and a psychic reading. And you'd walk out with a crystal at 300 euros around your neck. So people realized that I wasn't about the money, and I'd never take a penny off anybody. Never. They'd go down them stairs and I'd say, were you happy with that reading? Is everything okay? Was anything else you need? Are you sure? Okay. Then you go down. Well, where do I pay? Downstairs. If you feel it was worth that. I never took any penny off. If somebody takes money off you before a session, that would kind of freak me out. That makes me think. But that was just me, and it's just the way my integrity, my feelings lie. I own it. And then if somebody came and they were sick, really sick with cancer, or if somebody had just passed away and they were crying, they just lost their little dog that day, I'd never touch a penny off. I would never take. I never use money energy in that. Never, never. When to charge. When the client is happy, and like, obviously there was times when people, you know, came and I said, no charge, none at all. Please walk. I'd actually walk them out of the freaking door. I'd walk them out of the door. We'd go down the stairs, mind your head, open the door. Okay, that's the way out. I haven't paid. Not today. Give us a hug. That's enough. And then they'd go. And that's the way I was, and that's the way I could sleep on a night. That's the way I can sleep on a night every day now. That's why I give so much away every day, because I can sleep on a night knowing that I didn't allow the energy of greed or power to take over me or influence me in any way. I find the balance. I look after as many people as I can. I do good every day. And I think there's something in that. There's just something in that. I know you need money. I need money to come and eat here. I need money to fly here. I know all that. I know that. But ultimately, if you do things from the heart and you do it out of love, the money comes after. If the money comes first, then you've got it wrong. Don't do this job. Don't do it. And that's my truth. Anyway, you all right? I think I'm going to get back to work now, guys. I just wanted to jump on and say hello, and it's worked on my computer. I set it up. Normally, I would have give up and say, "Oh, I can't do it. Can't set it up," and get somebody else to do it. But I did it myself, so I'm proud. Wishing you all a lovely day, guys, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining me here, and I'll promise, as long as I'm healthy and I feel good, I'll continue doing these videos daily and share ballet with you on short videos like I did last night. I normally knock them off pretty quick on Instagram. But yeah, I'm wishing you all a lovely day. I really am. Okay, bye from Bali, and see you all wherever you are in the world tomorrow. Thanks for joining me, guys. Aventurine is a fabulous crystal. Love it to bits, and I've got so many stories about that crystal. Love it to bits. Just love it. In fact, I've never met a crystal I didn't love. I just, yeah. If every person put a crystal in their pocket, I think the world would change dramatically. But there you go. Love you all. Bye. End stream. Just leave it on for a few minutes so you can see the view and you can say goodbye to each other. Okay, I'm going to start working on my book. Love you all. Bye, guys.